Good evening, folks. I think we're going to wait till Larry does the intros here for Tom Price and I to step in. If we don't can figure out how to turn the national anthem off. But anyway, welcome to tonight's game between Madeira and Indian Hill. And Larry's going to do his thing, and then we'll do ours.
What a difference a year makes, Chuck. These are two totally different looking teams from last year to this year.
And that's good for us on both sides, actually.
Players missing on the Madeira, and a lot of strong returning players for the Braves, starting with our leading scorer, Maddie Antonucci, number 13. Senior Nina Price, one of two starting seniors.
And the phenomenal freshman, we have two of them.
Fabulous freshman.
Ella, the big scorer.
The other senior starter, Claire DeHamel.
My favorite soccer player.
She and Nina have been playing basketball together for 37 years, I think, back to their Swish days.
At least.
And our second freshman, Annie Isfording, number 33. Great to have some new blood, talent on this team. It's going to be a great year for the Braves. Already off to a 2-1 start.
So anyway, there's the god of the camera, Will Church. He's assisted next to him. You're not going to see Jim Stern unless he turns the camera around. But Tom Price and I are here to welcome you to see Madeira versus Indian Hill. Again, as Tom already alluded to, both teams substantially different. We are better, and we hope Madeira is worse. With the graduation of everything, Mary Englert and coach's daughter, Maren Klein, we hope to have a great game and a big Braves victory. So let's get on with it.
Exciting year for Braves basketball. Looking for our first CHL title in
you can turn it around
maybe 5 years.
They don't want to actually see us anyway, so there you go.
We're ready for tip-off. Here we go.
Neutral jump center for the Braves. Against Carly Scott, the sophomore. And she'll win. Claire with the ball, and she'll bring it up. Braves starting out in a one-guard offense with sort of a 3 across the middle and Nina running the baseline against a 2-3 zone that Madeira is putting out on them. So we'll see a lot of ball movement, probably not a lot of shooting right away. The Braves try to work the ball in.
Ella drives to the hoop. She pulls up just short of the free throw line. Oh, hits the back of the rim. No good. Madeira with the rebound, but good play that time. Good patience by the Braves. That was a good shot. Just didn't quite fall for Ella Riggs.
Looks like the Braves are going to come out in a man-to-man with Claire on the senior Kayla Bird. It's Mia Wyrick, who's a fine soccer player in her own right. The other guard from Madeira. Nina playing some good defense up top. And we're going to get a 5-second call here.
I thought they might have already had that. Generous whistle by the refs. So Madeira drives
nice
to the
step
hook.
in by Maddie Antonucci, but
Maddie's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be a shooting foul on number 32, Carly Scott. She'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, we've seen so far this year a mindset of the referees to call every little thing, and that got the Braves in some foul trouble in all 3 of their games so far.
First free throw is good. That's not a bad foul. She clearly had Maddie beat to the hoop, so that foul clearly saved a basket. But Braves defense got a little loose in the middle that time, Chuck.
That's going to be off, and Nina with a good board. Boxed out well. You'll see the, unlike years past, the 5 players on the floor are all good ball handlers. And you'll see a lot of
Nina
dribble drive
the
penetration.
Hoop, doesn't get a foul. And ball's turned over to Madeira. Number 2, Mia Wyrick brings it up. Guarded out front by Annie Isfording. Braves getting tight on the ball.
They got to recover as Carly Scott got by.
Oh, and Maddie Antonucci steals it.
Get it.
It's off her leg, but I think she's going to get it back. She does, gives it to Claire, and the Braves bring it up the court. Ella Riggs at the top of the key, over to Maddie.
Just need to show
back
some
up
patience
top
here.
to Claire. Nina takes it. They're working it around, looking for the shot. Oh, Annie Isfording goes inside to Maddie Antonucci, who can't get the shot to go down.
Yeah,
and Madeira with the travel. Good.
Yeah, the Amazons bailed Indian Hill out just a little bit there with some happy walking feet. But that was a nice working the ball in against a 2-3 zone.
Throws it out to Nina at the top of the key, over to Claire. Braves reset their offense. 1-0 Madeira in the early going. Nina throws it into Maddie Antonucci, who kicks it out to Ella Riggs for a 3-pointer. Yeah, and it's good.
And she buries it.
Nothing but net.
We'll see what the Braves look like. They're going to run a 2-2-1.
Oh, no. You know what, Chuck? They didn't call that basket. That basket was called off. Did they call a travel?
Okay, I must have missed something. We'll
missed something, but that basket is not going to go for the Braves. So still 1-0 Madeira.
And Claire with the steal. Oh, that's a bad. Come on. You made a great steal, and then you made a stupid pass.
Madeira,
and it leads to a 3-pointer for Madeira.
Number 20, Cameron Stallworth.
That's just
it's a 3-pointer.
That's just a wasted trip for the Braves.
Ella Riggs drives down the baseline up to the hoop and puts it in. Beautiful drive by Ella Riggs on the baseline and with a sweet touch at the end.
Actually kind of looked her defender off as if she were going to pass out, and actually I thought she maybe was too. But kind of looked the defender off. And
Braves press on this possession.
Continued on to the
Madeira
basket.
gets it across court. They go right to the basket. Braves are there, though. They'll have to back it up.
Hands straight up, girls. That's it. Good active hands, Annie. Don't foul her, don't foul her, don't foul her.
Up, Braves force a jump ball. Annie Isfording, good defense.
It will remain Madeira's ball with the alternate possession.
That's good defense. So Braves coming out and playing aggressive defense, but smart defense.
Number 21, Brenna Davis.
Madeira's going to inbound the ball. Still 4-2. Madeira in the early going. 4:52 left in the first quarter. They inbound in the middle. That ball's going to get loose. Ella Riggs is going to pick it up. We got a 4-on-1. Down to Maddie Antonucci and low, and she gets a layup. Ties the game at 4. Maddie Antonucci, easy layup. Nice pass from Ella Riggs.
I'm noticing that unlike the non-live stream games, we now have the benefit of on-screen graphics. So I will excuse myself if
Madeira gets an offensive rebound.
I'll excuse myself if
Puts it in.
Get out of the habit of announcing the score every few seconds. But yeah, that's just a few inches more on her reach than Nina was able to give on that particular possession there, and Carly Scott puts it back in. Take the shot. Oh, Nina looking.
Another unwise pass by the Braves. Nina tried to force it in low. Madeira intercepted the pass. They bring the ball up. 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. Madeira again goes down low. Carly Scott back out. That's good. But Madeira comes up with the rebound. But Maddie Antonucci's going to get the ball and gets it to Claire to Hamill. Braves push it up. Here comes Claire. Over to Ella Riggs, who puts up a three-pointer, a little bit short. Carly Scott picks up the rebound. Madeira gets possession. Braves don't press this time.
Yeah, Braves are getting a few good looks here, even though they've been sort of forced to work for them. Just haven't had much fall quite yet, except and again, still not sure why Ella Riggs' earlier three did not count, but
number 14, Kayla Bird. Here's a nice jump shot from the baseline. Puts Madeira up 8-4. Braves push it up quickly.
Yeah, looking at that shot, I think that's
Claire at the top of the key. She's going to put up a three-pointer, and it's good. Beautiful shot, Claire.
Nice pump fake. One hard dribble to the left. Stop and pop. Yeah, that last shot by 14, Kayla Bird, just I hate to be a critic, but watching her form, I think that's somebody we can live with shooting because she didn't look very comfortable or very
Madeira
accurate.
Throws up another three-pointer. That's no good. Claire DeHamel's going to get the rebound. Oh, she loses it. Comes back up with it, and
what?
They're going to call a foul on Claire there?
No, okay.
No, foul on Madeira. Indian Hill ball.
Yeah, that.
They were pointing Madeira's direction there for a second.
The septuagenarian referee there looked like he was pointing at Indian Hill's way. But
Madeira brings in their first substitute, Sarah Hicks, number 15. Goes in for Mia Wyrick, number 2. Claire will bring the ball up. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Braves down by 1.
Well, Madeira has a very active zone. Some good athletes in there, and
Indian Hill working the ball around the perimeter, not getting the ball inside. Claire going to drive to the inside, puts it out to Annie Isfording.
I think Annie maybe got
drives to the basket. Maddie Antonucci tips it, but can't get the rebound. It's going to be Madeira's ball.
I think Annie maybe got away with a little happy feet there on their first break, but it wasn't called. And hands off. There you go. And that was sort of a semi-misadventure dribbling. Oh, my goodness, Maddie.
That's going to be number 2 on Maddie Antonucci.
Yeah, that's something the Braves can ill afford. And Kate Mars, newly added to the varsity from her soccer adventures, steps into the court for the first time this season for Indian Hill. Just coming back a few days ago, as a matter of fact. I think we have an inadvertent horn there for some reason. I'm not sure why. And the crowd goes silent. See Rachel Smith a little bit perplexed and aggravated over there with the indecisiveness of the 3 referees. What should we do, folks? Come on. There's 3 of you. One of you make a decision. And I still don't know what's going on. Are we going to have a jump ball?
Looks like they're setting up for a technical. Looks like she's setting up for a free throw.
Yeah?
They may have called a technical foul on Rachel, I have a feeling.
That's a definite possibility, but there's been no indication. What's the call? Sir, what's the call? Okay, I think we maybe have a clarification that maybe Kate Mars wasn't in the book. I'm not really sure what. That's kind of a delayed call on that, but
okay. Well, number 4, Paige Meyer, converts both free throws, puts Madeira up by 3, and Madeira's going to keep the ball. So a technical penalty. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt us.
That was a kind of a throwback to the George Mikan era with the one-handed free throws there. But they went in, and that's ultimately style points don't count in this game. It's actual points that do.
Ball's out off Indian Hill. Madeira will inbound it underneath their basket. They throw it inside to number 32, Carly Scott.
And she got happy feet real quick.
Called for traveling. It'll be Indian Hill ball.
Yeah, if Indian Hill settles down a little bit here and starts hitting a few of the shots. They've made some good shots, taken some good shots. Not really. They've had a couple turnovers, but they really haven't forced the ball a lot. And he's going to have a nice open look there.
Annie Isfording with 3. falls short. Madeira pushes it up. They'll set their offense on the perimeter.
Yeah, I think Annie's, so far this year, I think Annie's only tried one 2-point field goal and another travel. So far, Carly Scott has not shown the footwork that one would need to be an effective post player.
What I'm not seeing tonight is that I'm not seeing the Braves work the ball inside. Either they haven't really figured out how to break down Madeira's 2-3 zone yet, because all their actions around the perimeter, they're having a little trouble getting the ball inside. Ella Riggs shoots up a three-pointer. It's not good. Madeira gets the rebound. They're going to bring the ball up.
Yeah, we have settled a little bit from the outside, and the only outside shots we've hit, Claire had the three, and then there was the Nina makes a nice, good hands-up play, gets on the board.
Gets the ball and gets it to Claire. 35 seconds left. Braves have plenty of time. No need to rush. Claire drives it up. And she's going to be fouled and should be shooting two.
Yeah, that's a bailout. That's I don't think Claire had a prayer of making that kind of runner from 12 or 13 feet, but she can get herself to the line where she has a much better realistic shot of putting some points on the board shooting too, as Tom mentioned.
First free throw is no good. Madeira brings in two substitutes. Indian Hill has their starting five with the exception of Maddie Antonucci, who was taken out with 2 fouls, replaced by Kate Mars. 32 seconds left in the quarter. Claire's second free throw.
Way short.
Is short,
terrible.
But she gets her own rebound. Gets to the corner, kicks it back out to Annie Isfordine. Top of the key to Nina.
Swing it quickly.
Over to Annie Isfordine, who's going to drive to the middle, dishes it back out. She's fouled.
So
Braves will.
So the Amazons have picked up a couple quick team fouls, but still only a 3 for the quarter. As
Braves inbound the ball underneath their basket.
As do the Braves.
K. Mars looking in, puts it out to Claire to Hamill. Over to Nina at the top of the key. Over to Annie.
Somebody needs to
back to Nina.
Make some people.
Over to Claire. Claire fakes, drives to the side. Nothing happening there. Nina gets the ball. Back out. Up. She's fouled. It's going to be Madeira's 4th team foul. Braves have 7 seconds left to try to make something happen here before the end of the quarter.
Daphne, 7 seconds.
So let's hope that the Braves have a good idea of what's left on the clock here. Sometimes kids can get a little bit away from their awareness of time and situation. It looks like you better do something quickly, girls.
Ella Riggs shoots up a long three-pointer. It's no good.
Yeah, that was not an effective use of their last 7 seconds. No.
I thought Rachel might call a timeout there to set up a play with 7 seconds.
Yeah, no attempt to penetrate. A couple of passes around the perimeter between Ella Riggs and Clarity Hamill, but no attempt to get in close to the basket. And Ella left with. I think Claire was looking to take the shot, and the girl defender from Madeira closed out pretty well. Passed it back to Ella. Ella looking from 23, 24 feet. Didn't have much of a chance, although she did get it up on the rim.
Well, Braves just haven't quite found their rhythm yet tonight. It's early, only first quarter, but they're definitely not looking as sharp as they did the other night against Western Brown.
Okay, just let us know when.
Coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network is a presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. The Video Department provides the community with educational and school-focused programming through the facilities of the ICRC.
Okay, folks, we're back. And right where we left off at the end of the first quarter, 10-7 Madeira. And as Tom mentioned, Indian Hill has looked a little bit out of sorts, certainly not the quality of play and the intensity of play that we saw the other night against Western Brown. Madeira is playing good, tough defense, very active hands. Again, not a team that's got that much basketball skill, talent, or shooting ability, but they're playing tough on the defensive end.
Ella Riggs drives it, kicks it out to Annie Isfordine. Nothing happening. She looks inside. Kate Mars out on the wing. Drives. She's going to be fouled. That'll be Madeira's 5th team foul.
Yeah,
I think that's smart. Indian Hill needs to keep driving to the basket, and if nothing else, they keep picking up the fouls from Madeira. But they've got to try to push the ball inside.
Yeah. Now, Kate, obviously being rusty, she's only been back from on the team for a couple days here. But that's nice.
Claire drives the baseline, throws it up. Yes, she gets it.
She gets a nice friendly bounce and roll.
Underhanded drive by Claire to Hamill. Makes it 10-9.
Well, as Tom mentioned, attacking the basket is going to be big against any zone defense. Helps to open up things.
Absolutely. We cannot live solely by the three-pointer. Madeira throws up a three-pointer off the backboard.
Mia Wyrick throws up a prayer, and it gets answered.
Prayers are answered.
Off the backboard.
Ella Riggs pulls up from the side, shoots, and it nothing but net there.
Yeah, Claire got up.
What a beautiful jump shot.
Got the ball inbounds quickly. Claire took a dribble or two, got a nice long assist pass up to Ella. Ella buries the two-pointer.
She just squares up to the basket. So nice.
Yeah.
Just puts that ball right in. Great shot by Ella Riggs.
That's a 5. We need to get a 5 seconds here pretty soon.
Ball's
job,
almost
Nina.
stolen. Madeira with the ball at the top of the key. Number 20 drives basket. Oh, and it looks like they're going to get Nina for a reach.
Yeah, that's again. I mentioned earlier that from what we've seen so far, the refs in the Braves' previous 3 games calling almost every little thing. That was in other years, Nina's foul there would not have even been a love tap, but things are getting called tight, and Indian Hill needs to adjust their actions accordingly. So Madeira will inbound here. The ball went back in the tunnel. Unlike soccer, we don't have spare balls laying around. And Ella Riggs does the nice thing, goes and retrieves it for Amazons. And Kayla Bird will inbound it for Madeira. She goes around and kind of made a pretty bad pass.
She pushes it up. Braves have a 3-on-3. Ella's going to kick it out to Annie Isfordine for a 2-point shot. It's good from the side. Ties the game at 13.
Now that was
nice pass by Ella Riggs.
Yeah,
found the open player, and Annie Isfordine, nice shot from the side.
Yeah, Annie showed a much nicer touch than she typically has so far this year. Annie has a tendency to line drive him a little bit.
Amazons go inside, can't get it to go. Ella Riggs gets the rebound. She's going to push the ball up the floor.
Yeah, Kate
kicks it out to Annie Isfordine for another shot from the side. This one doesn't go.
We have 0 people up there going for a rebound, though. I mean, if you saw there, not one Brave. We had 5 Braves out on the perimeter.
Well, we kind of pushed that ball up quickly. We didn't let the rest of the team get back.
Kate, obviously, Kate has just been back for a couple days, but Kate needs to.
Another steal by the Braves. Nina Price comes up with it. Oh, she's got to get that.
She didn't
almost
have
with it up and back, but she didn't do it.
Yeah, she didn't have.
There's get the ball.
She didn't have both feet and the ball across there. So fortunately for the Braves, they retained possession. Now Kate's got to realize that, she's not a wonder.
There's going to be a push on number 20, Cameron Stallworth.
Yeah. Kate's not a wonder combo guard out there. That she is in fact the post player in this particular set. Even when they're running a 5-out, she needs to, she needs to be protecting the basket defensively and getting herself open in the middle, either for a close-end shot or for a kick-out.
Maddie Antonucci checks back in. She replaces Annie Isfordine. And Ella with a long shot off the front of the rim. Brave shots coming up just a little on the short side tonight.
Yeah. You're right. There's been a number of them. They haven't missed long. They've been missing short. That's usually an indication of not getting your legs fully involved in the shooting process. It's a nice bounce pass, but good recovery.
20. Braves steal the ball again. Maddie Antonucci pushes it up. Braves have a 3-on-3. Kicks it out. Kate Mars travel. Yeah.
Yeah, Kate should have just
gone right up with it.
Yeah, either going right up or continued. She was sprinting to the basket. The way Madeira's been fouling, take it to the hole, get somebody to lay some skin on yours, and get the foul called. So again, despite
Braves sticking with their man-to-man defense.
despite it all, the
Pressuring
Braves
the
are
ball.
still tied up here. And again, Madeira has not looked particularly strong offensively, but has gotten a couple to go in. They're not a particularly good ball handling team. You can see right there, she is struggling. Kate, you've got to.
Oh, Nina's going to get called with a foul, but boy, that looked like a lot of ball to me. But that's
Yeah.
going to be her second foul. Amazons are going to be shooting 2.
Yeah, Kate got herself caught out of position there. She got herself kind of spun around, and instead of just turning, standing, using her height, I mean, Kate can touch 8 feet with just her regular
here's
arm
what these
extension.
players have to learn. If the refs are going to call them light, then they've got to adjust their play accordingly. And you can't leave your feet on a shot because you're going to get called for the foul. So you've got to adjust.
Yeah, and these
Some
kids are
nights
not.
they like to be a little bit more aggressive, and I don't think she fouled her that time. But you know what? She left her feet, and you're going to get called for that most of the
And
time.
the thing is, these kids, and I'm speaking specifically of Madeira right now, but a lot of these kids in general, they're not that great a shooter. If you stand there, have your arms up,
exactly.
make their vision impaired.
Yep.
Make it difficult, but you're not going to block them.
Maddie Antonucci thought about a three-pointer, kicks it back out to Claire, who will go up with the three-pointer, and she nails it.
Claire's got
the hot hand tonight.
She's got her game on so far. It's
first lead of the game for the Braves, 16-14.
Yeah, Claire puts up nice recovery by Ella Riggs after she wasn't able to get that steal. Maddie, you got yourself.
Number 21 drives to the hoop on Maddie Antonucci, can't get it to go. Ella Riggs gets a rebound.
Yeah, Maddie.
She'll bring the ball up.
Overcommitted big time on that.
Maddie Antonucci takes it strong to the middle, puts it up off just the front of the rim again.
Once again, a Braves shot falling short.
That's a good drive to the hoop, though. I like to see Maddie take it to the hoops.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times I see that ball.
And I know she's obviously trying to switch it, but if you're going to err one way or the other.
Ball stolen by Annie Isfording. She brings it up. Braves have a 3-on-1 over to Claire to Hamill. She gets fouled. She's going to the line.
That was a nice steal by Annie and a nice lead pass, and Claire running the floor.
Braves turning their defense into offense.
Yeah, but again, going back to what Maddie's shot there, again, obviously she's trying to switch it, but if she's going to err on one side or the other, make it a little long. She's probably the best rebounder on the team, except maybe for Nina, and
Claire
she's going to miss
one.
it. Maddie got a lot of baskets in her career, cleaning up hers or other people's garbage, and that would have been maybe an opportunity to get a stick back. Claire hits the first. And gets a friendly roll for the second. Gives her 10 on the evening so far. And the Braves get up by 4. Just under 3 to go here in the first half.
Braves come out with the press, putting pressure on Madeira. Madeira calls timeout. They were going to struggle to get that ball across half court in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a wise timeout.
Yeah, Jared Klein.
By Coach Klein.
The Madeira coach is
one of the finer coaches in this league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Always has a good team.
Technically speaking, and a really good guy, too.
Yep. Always has his team ready to play. Very smart coach. I've been watching Coach Klein coach for years and think he does one of the finer coaches in the CHL.
Both Tom and I had the pleasure of having our kids play for Cincinnati Swish years back, and Jared was and I don't know if he still is or not, now that he's coaching Madeira full-time, but he was a great coach back in the day with Swish. Maybe still is. I haven't talked to him since last year, so I don't know what his current status is. There are no more Kleins in the Madeira school system as far as I know. Marin, really good player, really good soccer player as well, graduated last year, again, along with Mary Englert. Madeira's 2 big scores from last season, and from the season before that, and the season before that. And, of course, his Jared Klein's
Braves
twins.
go out and double-team the ball, and they almost get the steal. Madeira gets it back. They bring it up. There's nothing there, so number 14, Kayla Bird's going to bring it back out to the top of the key, but Indian Hill keeping up the pressure defense. Oh, and they force a travel. I like the pressure defense by Indian Hill. They're putting 2 people on the ball, forcing Madeira into pressure, and Madeira's having a little trouble with it. That's their 3rd traveling call. under pressure
at
from
least.
the
I was
Indian
gonna
Hill
say
defense. Maybe even more.
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Stallworth got the ball right inside the foul line there, wide open, and still managed to get happy feet.
Annie Isford throws it down low to Maddie Antonucci, goes up, and Maddie Antonucci lays it in. That's what we need, is to open up that inside with Maddie.
Maddie got inside, got a nice feed pass.
Slid right through the defenders,
made
and
that
easy 2 points.
ever so subtle sort of stop and kind of froze her defender just for a split second, and then got around her and went up strong, hit the bucket, and Braves up by 6. Ooh, I thought Claire was going to get called for a foul there. She bodied up, and
Madeira gets
picks
up a rebound and gets the offensive rebound to go, but Indian Hill pushes it right back up. Ella Riggs down low over to Annie Isfording. Kate Mars going to take a 2-pointer.
Ooh,
doesn't get it to go, but Ella Riggs is there under the ball. Can't get it to fall.
And you can see
good rebound by Ella Riggs.
You can see Maddie Antonucci backing off on that, rebound attempt where she didn't want to pick up her third. That's not exactly a strong dribbler there, attacking the basket. Yep, we got a Claire kick that ball, so it'll remain Madeira's ball.
Indian Hill's going to substitute. Lauren James checking in for the first time tonight. Coming in for Kate Mars.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that Kate has gotten this number of minutes this early in her return. Again, she's only been back for one practice, and but with Maddie picking up a couple quick fouls, Braves need a post presence.
Madeira 3-pointer, that's no good. Ella Riggs picks up the rebound. She's going to push it up. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Claire DeHamel, who's going to take another 3-pointer. A little bit short. She gets her own rebound, goes right back to the basket.
I think she traveled there.
She might have gotten one with one. I think she could have taken a little running jumper there. Yeah. She just waited about a step or two too long.
Yeah.
But way to follow your shot and get your rebound. That's good playing. She goes back up with another 3, Claire, and in and out. Oh, that ball was all there. She goes for rebound again. I think she's going to get called with a foul this time. Reaching in.
That was a frustration foul.
That's all right. That's good aggressive basketball. I like the way she's following that shot, not just sitting there and watching that 3-pointer. She's following it right to the basket.
I think she's finally getting back into basketball mode a little bit from soccer, because in a previous possession down that Madeira had, she didn't try to go up and block a bigger girl's shot. She just held her arms up, and she's picked up a couple fouls that way in previous games early this season. And I think she's starting to get back in the mindset. That was a nice defensive play by Lauren. Got her hands in there.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Braves play aggressive defense in these last 25 seconds and force a turnover and get one more basket.
That's Naomi Simmons into the game for.
Oh, Ella Riggs almost gets a steal.
Don't foul. There you go.
Madeira comes back with it. Good defense, though. Madeira pushes it up. She's going to go right to the basket. On Annie Isfording's going to get called from reach from behind, but that's okay. Braves not in the penalty yet. That's just a 17 foul.
No, they are now, actually. That was 7. Yeah, Annie should have just run at a full sprint there. She was trying to dog the offensive player. And that girl, she had some speed. She was a little bit out of control with her dribble. And
Madeira misses the first free throw. Maddie Antonucci with the rebound. Braves with plenty of time. 15 seconds. Get out. Down low to Lauren James. It goes up. She's fouled. She'll be shooting 2. Good pass inside.
Yeah, nice entry pass.
Forced 3 defenders down there.
Lauren did a good job getting position. Braves made a nice entry pass into her. She went up strong, picked up the foul, and she'll shoot 2. Nice.
First free throw by Lauren James is off the mark.
Yeah, just missed by a few. Lauren, I said this the other game, that over the last 5-6 years, as a middle schooler, Lauren shot bricks whenever she'd shoot. She has worked really hard and has developed a really nice soft touch. And can't get
the second one to fall. 10 seconds.
So let's see if
Madeira
the Braves
bring the
can
ball
D
up for the last shot.
They're going to go to halftime ahead, but
Madeira puts it up. Oh, almost. Doesn't get it to fall.
Okay, well.
That's the end of the half.
We're going to take a break here in a minute, folks, but Braves go to halftime with a 20-16 lead. Again, kind of discombobulated a little bit, but all in all, they're ahead. You would have thought they'd be ahead by a lot more at this stage, but a lot of their shots aren't falling. And, give Madeira some credit. They are playing a very aggressive defense. Again, they lack the skill that they've had in years past and don't look pretty offensively, but they've been able to put a few shots in. And the Braves go to halftime with the lead and hopefully regroup, and Coach Rachel Smith will give them some adjustments, and hopefully they'll come out and extend that lead in the second half. So, folks, go do whatever you want to do because we're going to do what we're going to do. Thanks, and we're out for halftime.
The Indian Hill Television Network produces coverage of many of the school sporting events, so be sure to catch all the boys and girls action on this community access channel. For playback times in your area, call the ICRC at 772-4272 or visit their website at www.icrctv.com.
Maybe. You'll fix it in post.
Work.
turn the board on so it'll light up like a Christmas tree. You got autofocus or manual on there? As soon as I find the... Alright. Alright. Monitor. Deck. And then computer, I don't know. Let me start this up first.
Gotcha.
There you go. There goes a lot of use.
That stays in.
I often do, so.
No. You should hear, oh man, the outtakes on this one. It's beepity beep beep.
It is.
Beep. And maybe the word the sometimes. Every once in a while. The beep.
That's right.
Beep, the.
Exactly.
I stole your clip so you didn't get caught. Okay. Go this way. You and your flimsy shirts.
Is it flimsy?
No,
I'll
not as
have
bad
to do
as-
a stiffer starch on these.
I'm going to fold it over because it keeps
Okay.
wanting to fold over anyway, so that way. Okay. There we go.
How do you do it as far as, since there's two of us and you're asking questions, who gets what question or?
That's up to you
There's
guys.
one that we're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it's real. We
each
can
one of
chat
us
a little
be better
bit
at
before we
what-
run this.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Kind of
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to
figure
take some time
out.
to set up some camera shots
Yeah.
and you guys
Oh,
have time
okay.
to chit
So,
chat.
and you
I'm
don't
going to have you just
Charlie,
untuck the
I have you. But I don't
bottom
think
of
I
your
have your
shirt.
I think I have
Greg.
your name.
Do what?
Carly. I'm going to have you untuck
Greg.
your shirt, come up top for me.
Okay, and Greg, what's your?
Actually, feed
Oh,
it up through the bottom.
underneath
Yeah,
the
yeah.
director.
Is
The
it
B is
CAR?
Greg.
Excellent hitting in there. A big name in company. And finally, Dial 1 Security is the proud sponsor of Indian Hill Arts and Athletics. Dial 1 is located locally owned for all your alarm needs in Indian Hill and throughout the Cincinnati area. Thank you again to our sponsors.
Danny, I'm back at least. I'm not sure where Tom went, but I'm ready to go. Okay, folks, welcome back for half number 2 between Madeira and Indian Hill. Surprisingly enough, we are once again exactly where we left you 10 minutes ago, 20-16 Indian Hill. Not much has happened in the last 10 minutes. No great halftime show, so you didn't miss anything there. Madeira will have the ball to start the second half, going in the opposite direction from where they were going before. Let's see if Braves have their starting 5 back out on the floor, so let's see if they can generate a little bit of offense. Let's see if they've made some adjustments at halftime. Oh, Maddie turning Turn and box, please. You just gave that girl 3 nice, easy shots. You got to box, put your butt on them, push them out a little bit. Carly Scott finally makes good on the third point-blank shot, pulling Madeira back within 2. There you go. Get in there,
Down low to
Nuge. Okay, good hands by Maddie
That is
Antonucci.
exactly what the Braves need to do is get the ball into Maddie down low. I
Yeah.
think she can have a field day down low. There's nobody who can really guard her down low.
Good job, Al. Oh, really?
Who are they going to call that on? On Ella or Nina?
I'm not sure what that call was. I think it was
Or no foul?
a tipped ball that instead of a
foul.
10-second call, maybe? I'm not really sure what that was.
Oh, and Ella Riggs comes up with a steal. She goes one-on-one to the
and
hoop.
she's got fouled, and
Drives
she's
it. She gets a push.
yeah. That's a
You know what I like to see there? I don't
That's
know.
a- that's a
Ella
understatement.
Riggs used that left hand to get that defender away. You could have had She could have had an offensive foul there. She very smartly though used that left hand to kind of keep that defender off her. That's a wise veteran play. Nina drives hoop, kicks it out to Maddie Antonucci
That's
for the
gonna be
three.
off.
It's
It's
not going to
off
be
left.
good. But Annie Isfordine comes up with the rebound. Back out
Swing
to
it,
Ella
swing
Riggs.
it.
Swings it back to Claire. She's going to drive down the middle, throws it up.
That's a
no good,
wild-ass
but
shot,
Nina's
but-
there for the rebound. Oh,
Oh.
can't get it to go.
Yeah, Claire's got to do a stop and pop here.
Nina, missed opportunity on the offensive rebound. Well, Madeira picks up a foul, though. That's their second team foul of the half. Indian
Yeah.
Hill bringing the ball underneath their own
Well,
basket.
Yeah, Nina did a good job on the board there. That was a kind of a
Ella Riggs is going to throw it
Really
in. She
wild-
throws it out to the top of the key to Annie.
wild, uncontrolled shot by Claire.
Sets the Braves offense.
Trying to make something happen where she didn't have the opportunity to make it happen.
Ella Riggs looks to drive the baseline, pulls it back out for a three. Oh, shoots it up. A little
Yeah.
bit long. Can't get it to go.
Yeah, the Braves are getting some good looks. I mean, they had good looks in the first half. Got a couple good looks here in the second, but just have not been able to hit very well.
They got to keep pushing that ball into Maddie down low, and that'll open up the outside shots as well. Braves holding on to a 4-point lead. 2 minutes to go on in the second half.
Maddie playing good defense down, bodying up and fronting Carly Scott.
Braves with a good pressure one-on-one defense, really making Madeira work hard, and you can tell Madeira's feeling the pressure. They haven't gotten anywhere close to the basket on this possession. Oh, Nina, careful, almost with a reach there. No call. Madeira drives the basket, kicks it
Cameron
back out.
Stallworth's going to pop one from distance
Three-pointer,
and
that's
not
not
get
going to
it.
be good. Maddie Antonucci right there for the rebound. Brings it up, kicks it up to Annie Isfordine, drives to the
Goes
basket,
strong
and
and
she's going to
one.
get it. Good, and Annie will be shooting the three-pointer.
Yeah, there's some textbook hoops right there. Maddie Antonucci getting really good inside box out position. Didn't really put much of a body on her defender, but was right there to grab the board. And as I mentioned earlier, the Braves right now, this starting five, all the girls can handle the ball. Nobody needs to kick the ball out to Claire to start a break. All five of them can start their own break. Maddie did exactly that. Annie Isfordine ran the floor with abandon.
Oh, Maddie had the rebound in her hand
Couldn't quite
and
hold
loses
it.
the ball. It'll be Madeira's ball.
But yeah, Maddie and Annie both did a great job on that last possession.
Braves looking definitely more aggressive. Got a little bit more, I feel like they got a little more fire in their step this half. They're going to press Madeira coming up with the ball. I like this press. Oh, Ella Riggs going to get called for the block. I thought that's good defense.
Yeah, basically Indian Hill and what would amount to a diamond and one. Maddie playing the one in the back. Yeah, I had reservations, if anybody that was here to watch the Western Brown game where Indian Hill pulled away late and won by 26. But they
Inbounds the ball. Cameron Stallworth goes right to the hoop.
good.
Maddie Antonucci's there. Shot is no good. Ella Riggs brings it up. They've got a 2-on-2. She's going to go right to the basket and lays
And
it
puts
in.
it in. Yeah, against
We've got an injured Madeira player. Cameron Stallworth is down in the under end of the court.
yeah, it looks like she's up.
Back
okay.
up on her own feet, and
I think we're going to get
think
a
she's gonna-
referee's timeout
Yep.
here. But yeah, the Western Brown game,
good to see she's okay.
the Braves were running a 2-2-1 press with either Claire or Alzubi as the one way in the back. invariably guarding, the smallest players on the floor for Indian Hill, guarding the post player for Western Brown, the 6-footer, big, stocky, strong girl. And Claire managed to get herself in a little bit of foul trouble via that particular alignment. But now, the Braves running a bit of a diamond type of press. Nina makes a nice foul.
Nina's
She
going to
picked
get
it up.
called with her third foul reach. That's not good defense. That was clearly a reach-in foul. That'll be her third.
So the Braves still haven't turned on the Jets scoring-wise. We got Claire DeHamel leading all scorers with 10, Nooch and Ella Riggs with 6 points apiece. Again, some of their shots just aren't falling. They're getting good looks, though. Continue to work the ball in.
Madeira goes down low.
Carly Scott.
Ball's not going to go.
Nina,
Nina's
good
there.
board. Oh, couldn't hold on.
Loses the ball. Madeira throws it
You've
up.
got to be kidding me. You know what? A defensive player has the right to her position. Claire was there. She was stationary. Got run into. That's either a no call or an offensive foul, but it's absolutely, positively not a block. And I'm not just saying that because, the obviously nepotism there, but that's again, I've been unpleasantly surprised with the quality or lack thereof of some of the refereeing that we've seen so far in this season. And
here's the second free throw. Nina gets a
that's
rebound.
perfect
Ella
example.
pushes it up. Maddie
Nooch is-
Antonucci looks for a three-pointer, drives
Good
into the
stop and
inside,
pop.
pulls up.
Oh.
Can't get it to fall. Good move by Maddie Antonucci, though. I like that shot. Just can't get it to fall.
Yeah, we need to have some folks crashing the board on that. Yeah, Maddie, that's a beautiful stop and pop. Textbook. Made a nice drive. Excuse me. Made a nice drive. Squared herself, got up, ball just rolled out. And again, one more example of the Braves just not.
Oh, Ella Riggs gets it with a steal. It's going to be jump ball. Oh, they're going to.
Nope.
Oh, they're going to get Madeira for a foul.
Yeah, that's.
Madeira's
that's Kayla
14th
Bird.
foul. Great defense. Great pressure defense by Ella Riggs. Kate Mars coming in for Nina Price.
That's Kayla Bird's third personal. Indian Hill so far not in foul trouble. Although Claire just picked up her second a few minutes ago. Swing it and take the. Oh, no. Maddie. All right. Annie Isfording had a nice shot there.
Claire DeHamel drives to the hoop. Soft touch. Feathery touch. Lays it in. Braves up by 10. Biggest lead of the game.
Well, that was diametrically opposed to the what in the world are you doing shot she made early in this quarter, where she just kind of went in and launched.
Braves keeping up the pressure defense. Ella Riggs come up with the ball, but she's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah,
but I like this press by the Braves.
I'll tell you what, Ella
they are
has,
really putting pressure on Madeira. Madeira is struggling with it. They're going to call a timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, Ella is just Ella and
Yep.
well, all these girls
Plays
are fun
well
to
on
watch,
both sides of the court.
But Ella and Annie Isfording now. Ella's a much more polished offensive player at this point than Annie, but both those young women are playing with intensity. They've got active hands. They're strong. They're fast. They're quick to the ball. They've got great instincts. As they get more and more experience, and especially, they have the benefit of playing with Maddie Antonucci, the junior, who's last year's CHL leading scorer, and Claire DeHamel and Nina Price, two very experienced seniors who've been around the block many, many times. So it's I tell you what, a really good mix of youth and experience and talent. So Madeira inbound, and again, Braves running. Well, they switched over to a little bit more
that's
of
going to be another turnover up. Yep, that's a turnover. Braves force another turnover. Madeira clearly struggling with the pressure defense
and
the
Hill
press.
up by 10 now, halfway through the third quarter. But Tom's right. The defensive pressure is really what has turned things on for Indian Hill.
Oh, Braves go inbound to Kate Marr. Looks like she's fouled, which is a good thing because she definitely took an extra half step with that ball.
Yeah, again, I'm somewhat surprised that Kate's getting the minutes she is so far, but You really
Maddie
don't want
Antonucci
her.
throws up a three-pointer just a little bit long.
You want Kate at this
Madeira
point.
comes up with the
That's a
rebound.
foul.
Oh, Maddie's going to
Nooch,
pick
that's
up her third foul. Yep, reach and foul.
Yeah, you really want Kate at this point to be focusing on defense and rebounding. Get the ball, not try to, maybe get the ball in deep and or inside as a high post or in the low block. But to have her be looking to kick it out at this stage, she's not in basketball mode any way, shape, or form at this point. Somebody get on the floor. There you go. Claire comes up with a steal.
ball.
Nice outlet. Nooch is going to go strong. I swear
Maddie
she's going to get a
Antonucci
touchdown.
takes it right to the
and
basket.
she's got
and it's
one.
Good and shooting one. Maddie Antonucci, textbook, strong drive to the basket.
That
No
was
stopping her. that is automatic in the bank every time.
Ella Riggs just gave a get the heck out of my way bump crossing the lane there to Greta Davis.
It's Maddie's
The
eighth
girl
point
walked
of the
into her
game.
and Ella was like, I'm not taking any of your you-know-what.
And she makes a three-pointer. Maddie with 9 points.
That's the attitude I like to see. That's one of the reasons I really enjoy watching Ella play. She belongs, and she knows she belongs.
Indian Hill keeping up the press. Madeira does get it across the half court, but not easily.
Yeah, every time they're bringing the ball up, it's a misadventure waiting to happen. Cameron Stallworth there is not a good ball handler.
Ella Riggs going to get called the reach and foul. Braves aggressive, just a little too aggressive that time. I think that's going to be Ella's
second, I believe.
Second foul, yep.
That'll be the fifth team foul on Indian Hill. So they need to keep an eye on, make sure they're not fouling Madeira into some scoring opportunities. It's not Mia Wax, sorry. That's Caleb Bird.
Ella Riggs comes up with a steal. Maddie Antonucci brings it up. She's going to go right to the basket, pulls up.
And can't hit the roll.
Can't in and out.
Yeah, I think I know Maddie's got a great, shot from there. Most of the time she's going to make that shot, but I would have liked to have seen her dump the ball down to Ella. Ella did a great job running the floor. Maddie needs to show her a little love there and drop the ball off.
Madeira inbounds, and Cameron Stallworth goes to the basket against Maddie Antonucci and lays it in. That's only Madeira's second basket of the half.
Yeah, well, Maddie
little breakdown in the Braves defense that time.
Maddie wisely chose not to challenge that.
No, not worth getting your fourth foul. Not with a 12-point lead.
Braves taking a little bit of air on the ball.
Ella Riggs going to drive it to the basket, pulls up, shoots
short,
off the front of the rim. Madeira gets the rebound. Braves don't press. Madeira brings the ball up.
And we get a kick on Maddie Antonucci, so Madeira will retain possession. Very low-scoring affair, not what we would have anticipated, at least from the Indian Hill side, coming into tonight's game. Move your feet, Maddie. Get your hands off her. Good. Claire also being active in playing defense with your feet. So, kids, for both of you at home watching this game,
Braves force another turnover. Annie Isfording comes to the ball, gets out to Ella Riggs. Another good defensive showing by the Braves. Ella Riggs brings it up. Down the middle, she loses her feet.
Yeah.
She traveled.
That's where we're.
Couldn't decide whether she wanted to shoot it or look for an open person to pass it to. Didn't
Ella
really
got a little excited there and made a rare mistake for her. And
Braves are going to call it.
Turn the ball over. Now, getting back to what I was saying, for both of you kids out there watching at home, the way you play defense is with your feet. You saw Maddie Antonucci sliding her feet well. You saw Clarity Hamill sliding her feet well. Again, especially in this day and age where there's a referee's emphasis on contact and touching. You used to be able to reach out, and they called it the hot stove, where you could reach out and hand guard somebody, keep your hand, either one hand on, or then they kind of limited it to the hot stove, which is where you could touch, and then as if you were touching a hot stove, you could touch them for a second and you had to remove your hand, but you could keep doing it. Now pretty much you do that, you're going to get called for a foul every time. So the defensive fundamentals of moving your feet, getting good position, even more important in this day and age than it ever has been in the game of basketball, boys or girls. So both teams getting close to the bonus. Madeira with 6 team fouls, Indian Hill with 5 team fouls. So I think most of the fourth quarter, Tom, we're going to be seeing some trips to the line for somebody. Let's hope it's Indian Hill.
All right, Madeira will be inbounding the ball underneath their own basket. No, under our basket, excuse me. They get in, Braves go back to the press. And Madeira gets it across.
That's going to be
Cameron
some
Stallworth.
possible trouble
He's
here.
going to drive to the basket on Kate Mars. Can't get it to go. Claire comes up with the rebound. Look out from behind. She loses the ball, but Kate Mars picks it up. Out to Ella Riggs. Over to Maddie for a three-pointer.
She traveled.
Yeah.
Maddie just a little out of sorts tonight. That's,
Yeah.
she should have just caught and shoot. She took a little bunny hop there.
She had a good look at it. Had nice rotation on the ball.
Yeah. Little bunny hop and it.
Madeira's going to go for the long pass, and it's going to work.
And Mia
They get
Wyrick
it in.
ran
They get
that
it
down.
down low. Goes to the basket. Kate Mars with a
Yeah, that was
a non-subtle foul, a non-delicate foul, but
Yeah.
no basket scored.
well, Kate's been known to get her money's worth on the soccer field or on the basketball court. She's not going to get cheated out of some contact.
Paige Meyer misses the first free throw. Still 31-20 Braves. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second shot is no
Also
good.
off. Yeah,
Ball off Madeira.
Kate
Indian
was
Hills
just
ball.
at this point using her length and her jumping ability to try to get board. She needs to go out and box. She didn't put a body on, and lucky that ball got knocked out by the Madeira player.
Ella Riggs with a three-pointer from the side, not good. Ella really didn't have time to square up that shot. She kind of got the ball turned and threw it up. Got to square up from that far away at the basket, particularly when you got the time. Cameron Stallworth drives to the basket.
Antonucci stuffs her.
Maddie Antonucci with the block.
And I don't know if you folks
And it's Braves ball. Great
Yeah.
defense by Maddie Antonucci.
I don't know if you could see that, folks, but the Maddie got both hands on the ball and kind of it did tip off the Madeira's player because Maddie kind of batted it right back into her hand and right off her hand out of bounds. So a fortuitous bounce for Indian Hill.
Aaron Hamill drives, kicks it back out to Annie Isfordane. Over to Ella Riggs.
Good length on Ella,
Out
and
to
they
the
saved
top of
that
the
pass.
key from Maddie. Maddie
Maddie, what
throws
do you-
up a three-pointer at the buzzer. Can't get it to go.
Yep.
Score at the end of the third quarter. Indian Hill 30.
Well, we
Yeah,
didn't get much scoring in
Braves,
this quarter. But
Braves might want to start thinking about those possessions with limited time left to go at the end of the quarter of their half. They're really not setting up, not getting a great shot. They got to look down low in that situation rather than try to force a shot from the perimeter.
yeah, we know in the Western Brown game, as I'm watching that and calling the game, I kept hoping that Coach Smith would, as Indian Hill extended that lead and you got 4, 3, even 2 minutes left in that game, that as I say, it's always difficult to get kids to turn off the jets, but they need to, have some experience in tight games, working the clock.
Exactly.
Working
They
the
need
ball
to know
around.
in that game they had the score in their favor and the clock in their favor, and they did not take advantage of that.
Yeah.
They just and I know that it's early in the season. They're eager. They want to push the ball up the court. They want to score. But no, they're also going to have to learn because they're going to hit tight games at the end of the season, and they've got to learn how to manage the clock and manage the ball accordingly.
Yeah, so it's not always, don't always take the first decent shot you get, work it around until you get the best shot you can get. And you don't want to necessarily become going back in time at Princeton University and pass, cut, back cut,
Yep.
pass,
Pete
back cut, and have a,
Georgetown almost learned out that the hard way.
Yeah.
All right, Braves have got back their starting five in the game. Nina's back in for Kate Mars. Oh, and Ella Riggs gets called with the travel. Just tried to drive to the hoop, put up a nice pump fake, but
Yeah, I
Left
don't know
her feet
how
just
many
a little bit too early.
how many traveling calls we've had on us today. It's and that's been a rarity. Somebody better get back.
Defense broke down. Cameron Stallworth has a wide open lay it. She makes it.
I would have liked to see somebody challenge her. I know Ella's got 2 fouls already, but need to challenge that a little bit more. And again, part of that is just sprinting back and getting in the way. You don't have to try to block the shot or do anything like that, but getting back, just making things a little more difficult for that young lady.
Nina drives back out to Annie Isfordine. There's nothing happening. Back out to the top of the key. Claire puts it up, three-pointer.
That's going to be short.
That's short off the front of the rim.
That's a legs issue. I think, we've seen that throughout the game. That's Claire's second three that she's fallen short, but Annie Isfordine's been a little short on some shots. Ella Riggs has been short, and Maddie Antonucci short on a number of shots. And I don't know if that's a little fatigue setting in, possibly, but, that's been kind of the thing throughout the game that they've been missing short. So,
well, Braves ought to be looking for the good shot at this point. No reason to rush a shot. Madeira shoots up three. That's no good. They get the rebound. Nope. Gets to Annie Isfordine. Over to Ella Riggs. Brings it up. She's got a 1-on-2.
Settle
Holds
down,
it up.
settle down,
Yep.
settle down,
Yep.
settle down.
Yep. Bring the ball up. She's fouled, though. Madeira's going to pick up their 7th team foul.
Again, I talking with Rachel Smith before the game, and she wants them to push. She wants them to have the creativity to go out and do some things and to make the mistakes. And that's the perfect way to look at this, especially when you've got a mixed bag of youth and experience, and they haven't played together much. So let them experiment a little bit. On the other hand, there comes a time when you do need to put the brakes on a little bit and get a little more under control. And I think we're getting close to that time. Braves up by 10 with that free throw. They'll try to add that one more to that, and she does. And do I honestly think Madeira is going to score 15 points in the next 6 minutes? I do not. But, if Indian Hill gives them opportunities and gives them too much clock, you never know what can happen. And Claire gets a steal. Now
Madeira turns it over. Claire pushes it up. Kicks it out to Maddie Antonucci, who drives to the basket, takes it all the way, banks it, no good.
Now, if that wasn't a foul, we call the ticky-tack fouls out on top, but they don't call banging underneath. I'm not sure I understand, referees' mindsets in situations like that. But, that is what it is.
Oh,
good hands
Ella
by
Riggs
Ella Riggs.
forces another turnover, drives it up off to Annie Isfordine, goes to the basket.
And she's going to get a foul.
She's going to be nope, she's going to be a call for
Oh,
the
my
travel.
goodness.
No, that's a good call. She took an extra step.
Yeah.
She
I was hoping that
found
would be
herself.
missed.
She knew she got a little too ahead of herself, got a little too far under the basket, and just shuffled her feet a bit.
So Annie's going to
Braves are going to bring in Aya Zubi for her
Annie's
first
gonna
appearance in the game.
take a seat here. Yeah, as Tom mentioned, Ayal Zubi into the game for her first action of the night.
So not letting that ball get inside.
That was good tennis.
Madeira's going to inbound it to the side. Number 15, Sarah Hicks, will bring in the ball.
Oh, wide open. Goodness.
Yep. Oh, and they're going to get it to
The
go,
Braves,
too. Ella's going to get called with the foul.
Wow, a couple Braves fell asleep on that one. I'm not sure what they were looking at, but they got caught looking elsewhere. And Carly Scott gets the inside position and gets a relatively easy bucket, and she's going to try to add one more.
A lot of time left in this game. Free throw is no good. Nina Price picks up the rebound.
Claire
She
smiled at
pushes
her
it up.
like, you stole my rebound.
Pushes it up to Ayal Zubi. Back out to Claire at the top of the key. Over to Nina. Drives to the basket. Throws up a running bank shot. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Oh, can't get that to go. Maddie with the big rebound and a turnaround jumper.
Yeah.
Nothing but net. Maddie Antonucci doing her thing down low.
Yeah,
Picking up the rebound.
Nina went in really strong. I'd like to see that. And Nooch hitting the boards, and somebody got called there.
Or they're going to call. Who are they going to call on that one? They're going to call Aya Al-Zubi with her first foul.
And
reach in, that's close.
Madeira being in the bonus. Carly Scott's going to go to the line. She's as you've seen so far, she's a pretty good free throw shooter. Nice soft touch, although she missed her last one.
What a great turnaround little jumper by Maddie Antonucci in the lane. Be nice to get that one on instant replay. That's just a textbook Antonucci move there.
Yep. Yeah, attacking the boards, grabbing it, putting it back up. And Annie's going to
check right back in for Aya.
Coach giving her just a little breather. Braves up by only 10 now. Carly Scott will
Rachel's taking no chances. 10-point lead is not a lot of time left. 5 minutes to go. Now it's a 9-point lead. Here coming out to pressure the ball. They go for the steal.
Look across to Nina. Look across to Nina.
Ella's going to drive to the basket. Can't get it to go.
Can't get these rolls. Okay, hustle back on defense, ladies.
Madeira pushes it up. They've got a 4-on-3, but they lose the ball. But it picks up by Carly Scott down low. She throws off a wild shot off the backboard.
That was a brick.
But she gets a rebound and goes back with it and gets it. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah.
4.5 minutes to go.
The Braves just, they've gotten all these good looks and open shots and just cannot hit.
Nina throws up a ball. Off the backboard. Can't get it to go.
And it'll be Madeira's ball on the alternate possession.
Be Madeira's ball. That ball's just bouncing all over the rim tonight for the Braves.
Oh, my goodness.
Madeira throws the long pass. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going back. That's going back the Braves' way.
Mia Wyrick playing soccer.
They were clearly watching the Sycamore tape from 2017. But wrong season, Mia. It'll be the Braves'
Mia
ball.
Wyrick is a fantastic soccer player, and I don't think she got confused as to which sport she was playing. But that was a nice head ball if they were trying to score that way. That's a foul.
That's a dangerous pass, though.
And,
Braves got fortunate there.
Madeira bailed her out with the trip, but that ball was at Maddie Antonucci's feet, and that was going to be a turnover, I think.
That was probably not the most wise pass at that point, trying to force something in there that really wasn't there. But you know what? Maddie's shooting one-on-one.
I hesitate to ever try to jinx one of the best free throw shooters I've ever seen, but she
first one is nothing but net. Beautiful backspin on that ball. Lands softly right in the
I
heart.
joked during the broadcast of the last game against Western Brown that always amazes me if I ever see Maddie miss, because I think, my God, she's got perfect form, a great touch, and a clutch free throw shooter.
Second one is good. Braves back up by 9. 4 minutes to go. Madeira pushes the ball up. And they turn it over. Maddie Antonucci picks it up. Braves got a 3-on-2, but Maddie's going right back to the free throw line.
Maddie took down Mia Wyrick and the referee. The referee's about half the size of Maddie. She was hustling her tail to get out of the way, but
all right, Maddie Antonucci back to the free throw line, shooting the one-on-one.
Madeira student section, all 15 of them trying to make a lot of noise to rattle Maddie.
First one to the back of the rim. Nina gets the rebound, though, and kicks it back out to Claire. Braves will reset their offense.
I don't know if Claire wasn't ready.
Ella Riggs pulls up with a jump shot.
There
it's
you
good. Drains it. Ella Riggs. And Claire intercepts the inbound pass. Great defense. Maddie with a three-pointer.
Maddie's going for the dagger, and there
you go. Oh, boy.
DH with the steal, the assist to Maddie on the three, and the Braves made
and Maddie gets another steal. Braves up to Annie Isfordine, who lays it in. Braves all of a sudden have a 16-point lead.
Wow. That's a 7-point turnaround in about 30 seconds.
Again, pressure defense leads to offense. Cameron goes to the hoops. Nina Price going to get called with a foul. Had her position, but that's going to be her fourth.
I think she just sort of leaned into that one a little bit. She would have been better served just standing there, hold her arms up. Because, with Nina's length, I mean, she's going to intimidate most anybody. And Cameron Stallworth, not a good shooter. None of them are good shooters. But so, again, and that was an ugly-looking free throw.
Well, I don't think Madeira's going to have too many conversions from the free throw line.
Yeah, with
Kate Mars coming in for Nina Price.
So Nina has, Nina does have 4. You're right. So I think Jared Klein calls timeout for his Amazons. Maddie Antonucci up to 17 points on the night in a matter of just a couple of minutes. She's hit a couple of free throw opportunities, hit a 3. The Braves score, and then Claire steals it, kicks it right back out to Maddie, and that was after getting the basket, and then another 3-pointer right on top of that. It was quite a dagger, maybe the final one, as Indian Hill up by 16 now with just over 3 left. So we'll see what again, we've seen this game, and shots just haven't been falling for the Braves. They've gotten a lot of open looks there, as you were saying. Their defensive pressure has been fantastic. Picked up a few fouls and gotten Madeira almost into the double bonus. Actually, both teams with 9 team fouls. But, I got to say, if Indian Hill had hit a few more shots, they'd be up about, 60 to 28.
Yep. Well, that's why you got to be ready for those nights where all the shots aren't falling. You got to play aggressive defense.
Amen.
Make your offense happen. Make offense out of your defense if your shots aren't going. And that's what the Braves have been doing.
Yep.
Great run there in the last 2 minutes. Probably has put this game out of reach for now.
Yeah. No, I mean, Tom, you're exactly right. Some nights your shots aren't falling, but you can always play defense no matter how well or how poorly you're shooting. So 3 minutes left in the game, and the Braves maybe you'll see try to work a little clock. Kate looks a little bit nervous out there, like, yeah, there you go, good, give up the ball. Nooch cutting the baseline, or cutting across the lane, looking for the shot.
And Maddie will go back to the free throw line.
Yep, and she'll be shooting too, as the
I think
Madeiras put themselves in double bonus, or put Indian Hill in double bonus anyway, with Madeira's 10th team foul. And if the nails weren't already being put into the coffin, putting Nooch at the line, shooting 2 is going to be a little more of a dagger as she picks up her 18th point of the night. So Maddie with 18, Claire with 12. She hasn't scored in a while. And Ella Riggs with 10.
Maddie buries them both. Braves back up by 18. And they're going to keep the press on Madeira. They're going to make Madeira earn it.
Yep.
These last 3 minutes.
Well, we've certainly seen Madeira. It's quite the adventure every time.
Going to call for the reach. That's not a good foul.
Yeah. Every time Madeira's tried to bring the ball up, it's been a misadventure waiting to happen. But fouling at this stage.
Yeah, I think Indian Hill might want to
bad.
back off the press, because there's no reason to put Madeira on the line and take the clock out of play.
Or at least the aggressive level of the press. I mean, I think it's good to maybe press.
Work the clock. Use the press to work the clock.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Madeira makes the first free throw.
You can make life difficult with the press without trying to steal every single possession.
And she makes the second.
So Kayla Bird back into the game for Madeira, and they are going to certainly press now. But again, with the exception of Kate Mars, they've got 3 really strong ball handlers, and Annie Ishfording, a very capable ball handler as well.
Ella Riggs called the travel.
Well,
again.
I don't know if Claire didn't set her up with the best pass, but
Madeira pressuring the ball.
Give Madeira credit. They did a good job there.
They're fighting to the end, as you'd expect them to do. So Madeira will inbound the ball underneath Indian Hill's basket. Indian Hill's going to keep the press going.
Yeah, don't foul any. Here you go.
A little bit of a gentler press this time. Force some time off the clock.
Yeah, I can hear Rachel Smith yelling, "Don't foul, get back." That's a rough shot. Go up and get it, Nooch.
Maddie Atucci with the rebound.
Man on, Nooch.
Braves have got a 3-on-3. Maddie pulls up, swings it out to Ella Riggs. Pump fakes.
This is where you just
Nothing
work the ball
happening.
around.
And Ella
she
Riggs
threw the ball away.
Pass
See what Claire can do defensively. Ah, nice play.
Claire tips it out of bounds.
Nice quick
Good
hands
defense by Claire and Kayla Bird.
Yeah, Claire showing the word it's not just quick soccer feet, but occasionally she uses her hands without fouling.
Nina Price back in the game for Ella Riggs.
So again, with 2 minutes left. Oh, nice
Nina goes
play,
to the
Nina.
Oh, and Nina's
Really?
going to go right back out of the game.
Holy
She's going to pick
cow.
up her 5th foul on an aggressive defensive move.
I'm sorry, I did not see that at all. Maybe watching this game later, I'll see it, but boy, I thought that was a fantastic defensive play, reaching around and then snagging the ball.
But, you know, I'm going to go back to my original point, Chuck. When you know the refs are calling them lightly all game long, you can't be aggressive like that and expect not to get called with the foul.
Yeah.
So you've got to kind of take the temperature of the reffing during the game.
True.
And they clearly have been calling them, on the tight side this game. So.
God, that's an ugly shot. I'm sorry, Cameron, but wow. After watching Madeira for years now, granted, Coach's daughter Marin had a relatively ugly-looking 3, which is ironic because her older sister, one of the twins, Celia Klein, had one of the prettiest-looking jumpers that I've ever seen, and one of the reasons she led the CHL in scoring a couple times and was the CHL Player of the Year as a senior.
Indian Hill breaks the press.
Seriously? Oh, my God. They called Clarity Hamill for an offensive foul. Oh, my goodness. I think they said she got the chicken wing out there, but I didn't see that one either.
I didn't see that one either.
I mean, I guess, like you said, they're calling it tight, but wow, that's giving Madeira, the referees every opportunity to get back in the game.
Braves back with a steal.
Slow down, Maddie.
Yeah, this is time. Just bring it up, slow the ball down, work the clock.
Claire needs to just
Score,
wait.
and the clock is in our favor.
Claire should just, that girl wasn't coming out.
Madeira's going to
Just
come
stand
out
there and wait.
Pressure the ball. Claire throws it into Maddie. Maddie's down low, throws it up. It's good. Maddie Antonucci probably got fouled, but we'll take the 2 points.
Yeah, that's Claire's going to.
Annie Isfording comes up with a steal in the backcourt.
Nope, not quite.
Couldn't quite keep it.
That's
Madeira's
it,
down
Lauren.
low. Carly Scott. Lauren won't let her get the basket.
Lauren fouled her
Maddie
that time.
Antonucci's going to get called with that foul from behind. I think that's going to be a.
No, that last basket by Maddie. Claire's going to get an assist on that, but that was that was totally Maddie bailing her rear end out, making a fantastic recovery on a not so great pass and putting the ball in. Maddie up to 21 now.
They called that foul on Lauren James, not Maddie Antonucci. Madeira misses the first of the 2-shot foul.
Yeah, Lauren did a nice job there on the initial shot.
Yeah.
Just kept her position, hands straight up, everything you want the players to do, and
Madeira misses
just
both
unfortunately
free throws.
on the rebound on the other side, couldn't get over and get in position quickly enough.
Maddie brings it up. Looks over to the side to Annie Isfording. Drives the free throw line.
Be careful.
She's got 2 defenders on her. Oh, and loses the ball to Madeira. Braves bring it up, and Amazons bring it up. They're fouled by Claire DeHamill. She'll be going to the line shooting 2.
Now,
well, you know what? This
it was enough to negate the shot, and at this point, Claire picking up her 4th isn't a big deal. There's just under a minute left, and Madeira cuts it to a 16-point lead. So it's not going to affect the outcome of the game. But
no, but I'd say the last few minutes are highlighting something the Braves might want to start thinking about in practice, and that's managing the ball.
Yeah.
With particularly in a close game situation when you're running, when the clock's running down, they've got to learn how to keep, how to pass the ball around and avoid getting trapped on the side with 2 defenders on you. That's where they're giving the ball up.
And give Madeira some credit here. They're still fighting.
Yeah, they're playing
and they're playing,
aggressively.
crazy chicken with its head cut off, scrambling defense and just, getting in people's faces and running around. It's got some good athletes out there, despite
and there's almost another errant pass thrown by the Braves. They got lucky that time. Maddie Antonucci takes it. Somebody's got to get out and help her. Claire goes out to help her. Maddie gets fouled. Oh, no, timeout, Braves.
Yeah, Rachel called
I think Lake's just a little frustrated, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least finally they're trying to just milk the clock. But, Yeah, they're not getting a lot
But there's
of.
a smart way to work the clock. You've got it. You can't get the ball. You can't get trapped in the corner with the ball.
Yeah.
You got to keep that ball out, and not let your teammates get in trouble with the ball. Keep the ball moving. All in all, a good showing by the Braves.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody here would ever complain about a 16-point Brave victory over Madeira, at least not in the last, as far as I can remember.
I don't remember the last time. I mean, our girls certainly weren't in school the last time they beat Madeira. I'm not sure our girls were even in middle school the last time they beat Madeira. It was probably the 2012 team of Nicole Bell and Sarah Arrington.
She got to get it in. She gets it in, Annie Isfording.
Natalie Newton on that team, of course.
Maddie Antonucci, one last drive to the hoop.
And she'll go to the line.
Can't get it to go, but she's going to the free throw line shooting 2.
Well, we're going to end the game. Both teams in the double bonus. Nooch is going to shoot 2. She's got 21 on the night so far. Leading scorer for both teams. Clarity Hamill second for Indian Hill with 12. And I believe, although it's not showing up on the scoreboard because the lights are out, Ella Riggs with 10, I think. Ella's getting a well-deserved rest on the bench. So everybody's got a little. Actually, Claire's the only one who's played the whole game at this point.
Maddie makes the second one for her 22nd point of the game. 18 seconds left.
So yeah, just
Braves going to put this one on ice.
No stupid fouls and just play good, solid defense.
Oh, Claire almost with a steal.
Claire was hoping she was going to keep control of that and toss one to Nooch on the run and get another assist, but not to be. That's way short. And Annie Isfording
That's
will
going to
round
do
the
it.
clock out with that board.
Braves 1 point shy of the half-century mark, 49-32.
Well, again, Tom, as you were saying, they never an embarrassment or something to complain about when
No,
you
nothing.
can put a 17-point victory over Madeira. I don't care if it's not the Madeira of old. We're not the Indian Hill of old right now. So good showing by the Braves. Again, if they'd hit some shots like they're very capable of doing, they got a lot of open looks. They could have put probably another 15 to 20 at least points on the board. And but their defense really carried them tonight. And on to play Reading on Saturday down at Sports Plus.
Sports Plus.
We say that with such enthusiasm. And so anyway, folks, we appreciate both of you who have been watching live tonight. And hopefully most of the folks can get to watch the replay. Tom Price, Chuck DeHamill, and Jim Stern, and Will getting jiggy with it, Church Smith up there on the camera. We thank you, gentlemen, for your help. Denny, et cetera, in the booth. Thanks, guys. We're out. Have a good evening.
Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.